Who wore the crown? In a beautiful African village surrounded by red earth paths, tall palm trees, and mud houses painted with ancient symbols, life flowed in rhythm with the talking drums. Maidens danced at festivals, elders sat beneath the Iroko tree, and stories were passed from mouth to ear like precious heirlooms. At the heart of the village stood the palace, wide, majestic, and guarded by carved wooden pillars. The old king had gone to rest with his ancestors, and the crown now rested upon the head of his only son, a young, handsome king admired by all. Yet despite his power and youth, the king carried a deep concern. "A throne is empty without the right queen," he said one evening to his chiefs. "I will not marry beauty alone. I seek value." It's a common knowledge in the village, among all the maidens of the land. 4 names echoed louder than the rest. Power, money, wisdom, love. They were known not just for their beauty, but for the way they lived. The villagers whispered, "Surely, the king will choose one of them." Power walked through the village like a storm. At the riverbank one morning, women lined up to fetch water. Power arrived late, her wrapper rich with embroidery. "Out of my way," she commanded. When a young maiden hesitated, Power shoved her aside, causing her pot to break. "This is how the strong survive," she declared. People obeyed Power, but fear followed her footsteps. Money moved differently. At the market, she never waited in line. She simply dropped cowries into waiting palms. The traders praised her loudly. "Ah, queen of riches." But when a beggar approached her, she turned away. "Nothing is free," she muttered. Wisdom sat with elders, listening more than she spoke. When 2 farmers fought over land, she helped them settle peacefully. "A kingdom that understands itself will last," she often said. People respected her, but she did not stir excitement. Love's hut was always open. She cooked for the sick, wiped tears from grieving faces, and laughed with children who had nothing but joy. She owned little, yet somehow everyone felt rich around her. One dawn, the palace drums thundered across the land. Booms, boom, boom. The chiefs announced. The king summons the 4 maidens. Excitement filled the air, but so did rivalry. At dawn, the 4 maidens stood before the throne. Power stepped forward first, her voice sharp and proud. "Without me, your throne is weak. Kingdoms bow to strength, so I am the greatest and should be the queen." Money laughed softly. "Strength fades," she said. "But wealth builds armies, palaces, and legacy. I am definitely the greatest and the one fit to be crowned queen." Wisdom raised her staff. "Power destroys without understanding. Wealth blinds without guidance. I am the greatest." Love waited. They turned to her mockingly. "What do you bring?" Power sneered. Love spoke gently. "A king without love rules a land of empty hearts." The palace erupted in argument, voices clashing like swords. The king stood. "Enough." Silence fell. "I will test not your beauty, but your hearts." The challenge. "You will each cook a meal fit for a king. Bring it to the palace in 3 days." Then the competition of who is the greatest and fit to be crowned the queen began. The next day, Power marched into the market with her maids. "Give me the best ingredients, now." When a trader hesitated, Power threatened him. He obeyed, but cursed under his breath. Money smiled sweetly, walking majestically with her maids. She bought everything: yams, spices, meat paying triple the price. The market women praised her loudly. "Don't worry, you will be the winner, but deep down some hope not." Wisdom asked questions. "Which spice brings strength? Which herb heals?" She chose carefully, honoring tradition. Love noticed a woman crying. She spent her last cowries helping her, then bought simple ingredients. "What matters is the heart behind the meal," she whispered. Power forced servants to cook for her, shouting and commanding in the kitchen as they run around the kitchen obeying to her orders. Money hired the finest cook, sat and watched as the meal was being prepared. I can't stress myself, she said. Money can do all the job for me. I will hire as many cooks as possible when I become queen. Wisdom followed ancestral recipes, carefully measuring and asking her mother questions as she prepares the meal carefully like her whole existence depends on it. Love cooked herself, singing, praying, and tasting with care. The food is delicious because I cook from my heart, she says. On the road to the palace, Power walked powerfully with her maids behind her, each carrying basket of foods, fruits, and wine. Soon they came across a frail stranger beneath a tree. Please, I am hungry. Power ignored him, pushed him off, and walks away. Few minutes later, Money walked majestically covered in gold jewelries, as always with her maids behind her, each carrying basket of foods, fruits, and wine, covered with fine gold linen. Soon they came across the frail stranger beneath a tree. Please, I am hungry. Money dismissed him, hissing as she walks away, her maids tagging behind her as an obedient servant. Soon, Wisdom got to the same spot, her maid behind her, each carrying basket of foods, fruits, and wine. Soon they came across the tired and hungry stranger beneath a tree. The stranger said to himself, surely this maiden will feed me. Beautiful one, please, I am hungry. Wisdom hesitated, looked at the man with pity, and said, the food is for the king. I am sorry I can't share with you. I hope someone will help you soon, and she walked past. Few minutes later, Love got to the tired and hungry stranger and stopped. The man looks at her and she greeted him, saying, you seem tired and hungry. The man replied, yes, but no one is willing to help. She stared at her basket of food, bent down, and gave him some, saying, this food is to be given to the king, but I can share a little with you. Eat, she said softly. At the palace, the 4 maidens served their meals, all well served, neat and looking delicious, but Love's meal was half eaten. Mockery filled the courtyard. Is this what you offer a king? Love bowed. I will make another one. The king asked, why is your food half eaten? I shared it with the hungry. The people laughed, mocked, some called her stupid. And then, the king rose. You have one. Gasps echoed. That stranger was my test. He crowned Love and says, you are the greatest and the only one fit for the throne. Soon the wedding day came. Drums roared across the land. Love was adorned in royal beads and gold. The king took her hand. Elders blessed the union. Women danced. Men sang. The village rejoiced. Power may rule. Money may build. Wisdom may guide. But only love makes a kingdom whole.
But the greatest of these is love.